Welcome back to PYJynJoy, Messages from the Divine. This is Charmaine, your holistic life coach, coming to you with a message for the collective. So it may or may not resonate with you, but if it does, take from it what you will and let go of what doesn't, and use your free will to make adjustments to your life. Now, before we get started, let's cleanse the energy of the space. And using my angel deck, let's see what we come up with. So, angels, what message do you have for the collective today? Angels, what message do you have for the collective today? Angels, what message do you have? Oh, keep it that way. For the for the collective today. We'll do one more. So, splitting the deck, we have 6 of water and 10 of earth. All right. That's doubly family. Okay. I just had another reading that was, well, sort of. So, you'll see. Check it out. The reading before this. So, 10 of earth, 6 of water, 10 of earth, a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. So you see these 2 fairies are there with 2 little fairy babies or children, and they're in an abundant forest. So you see golden butterflies, a beautiful sunset, the greenery. It's very lush, it's stable, you're secure. 10 is about new beginnings. 1 plus 0 is 1, new beginnings. Earth is your grounding, your pentacles, your work, your finances, your family support. And then we have 6 of water. 6 is all about your loyalty, responsibility. So think of all that for your family. It's also birth. So in this is 2 little merman kid, or merkids. Let's just say merkids. So there's a little boy merkid and a little girl merkid. They're underneath the water playing with dolphins, and the 6 cups are beneath them. So he's floating at the surface looking down, and then she's in the background with her arms raised. So it's all about memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. So we have a family life. So it's with you, your family, and your kids. So let's see what we come up with. So this is your immediate past, page of earth, good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So page of earth is scholarly, dependable, patient, successful. So you see this fairy, she has in her hand, you can see there's a little globe, and inside of it is a little pentacle. So she's like doing her studies, a butterfly. So she's studying more, like she's wrapping herself with all of her magic. You can see it's like weaving around her as she's learning. And then the butterfly there, the little blue butterfly, is like her mind and thoughts and expansion and creativity of her learning is helping her to transition, to come out of a chrysalis. Went in as a little caterpillar, reading little books, come out as a butterfly. So then we have the magician is your present. So immediate past, page of earth, magician. So you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Now remember, in the 10 of earth, it said appreciating the little magic in life. Well, life is magical. So 1 and 0 in the 10 of earth, you have the 1 of the magician, new beginnings, even more. So you see with his staff, where it's getting all that power and magic from the universe and leading it down, and from his other hand to spread it out around him. And look at the abundance, all the flowers, red flowers, lilies, the sky, just like in the other card, you had the sky, had the beautiful sunset. So you are the magician, Archangel Raziel. Then we have in the immediate future, we have 3 of fire. Look at this, abundance. So fire is represented by the dragons. So there's a little person there with a dragon next to them. And it says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. In the distance, you can see the volcano is erupting. So even though it's destructive, it also cleanses the space because it wipes everything away. And what's left is the now the word's sitting right on my head, and I love nature, so I know these things. But so like the volcanic fields, if you think about it, then suddenly you see little green shoots of plants, trees. They still will begin to grow, and it just is really good to help nurture the soil. So you have 3, which is all about expansion. It's about harmony. So you have all of that going on. So you are magical. Now this is, ooh, the high priestess. This is your distant past. So 2, high priestess, Archangel Haniel. And again, just like the magician, she has everything that she needs. The high priestess, she has her book, maybe a grimoire. She has her magic coming out of her hand. Her wings are spread out. She has the different moons in the background. There's like 3 of them. So the swirling around her. So it says, listen to your intuition, have patience, consider carefully what you want before acting. So that was your distant past. So you were thinking about, what do I want? And that's what led you to start your new passion of whatever new challenging beginning that you wanted, this new area of study. So you figured it out, and that's your distant past moving to the immediate past. So you did your studies, you got it going. So now let's see what the distant future will hold. Ace of Fire. This is fire. Ace is 1, so that's new beginning. So again, that's fire is the passion, your creativity, what drives you. And it's him, he's standing there, arms folded. He has a wand with a dragon on it. So the fire coming out of the dragon's mouth, yellow flowers. And it says, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. So remember, it was all about that happy family, the happy family in the beginning, the kids with the 6 of water. So the bottom card is again the 10 of earth. And even look, the Queen of Earth. So the 10 of earth came back even after shuffling. And then Queen of Earth is the one beneath that one. So you are the queen. From the high priestess to the queen. So thoughtful, creative, warm, sensible. And you can see how she's weaving her magic so that in the cauldron you have all this overflow, an overflow of abundance of the pentacles are swirling and swirling. She's drawing all the money. Look, she's drawing all the money into her pot, into her cauldron with all the magic. Magic in the air. Thundercats. So maybe I'm dating myself, but anyway. So you have Queen of Earth. So now let's get into this High Priestess. So what this is looking at is, remember everything with the family in the beginning? So it is you manifesting through your passion the family of your dreams. That's what you're doing. You have manifested your family, your happy family life. So let's go in a little deeper into this High Priestess divine angels. Tell us some more about this distant past for the collective. Ace of Air. Look at this. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Air. So again, that's 1. So look at this. The air suit is represented by unicorn. So that the horn is the sword. And he's standing there in the forest. And then he stands out. He's all white. And then instead of the green lush forest, it's showing the tree trunk so that you stand out from all that brown. And it says, brilliant new ideas and inspirations, seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning. So you're listening to your intuition. Remember, it said to have patience. So there's your challenge. You were trying to create this happy family life for yourself. And it was a bit challenging. That's why you had to have patience. And you're working your magic. And with the Ace of Air, you're using your sword to cut away what no longer serves you, eliminating things that won't lead you to your ultimate goal of having that happy family life. So you're getting rid of things that are not going to help you with that goal. You're focusing, and then that's what you do when you're manifesting. You visualize, you feel that you are what you want, you see that. So anything that does not add to that dream, that vision that you have, cut it away, because it's not going to help you to get closer to it. So that's something that I myself am still learning. And, I'm like, oh, I want this to happen. But so look, I have no patience. So when it says have patience, I always like, because I really relate a lot to the High Priestess card. So I'm like, have patience. Okay. So anyway, so let's see. So I can relate to you too. You resonate with me. What you're going through resonates with me. So let's see. So one more about this distant past angels. What more can you tell us about these brilliant ideas? 4 of fire. Contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. So you see this dragon inside the swirl of fire. Remember, like the swirl of her cauldron swirling around? and it is 4. So 4 is about your base, your foundation. That's why it says a happy home life. Remember home life from the beginning. So you have that. So you are beginning once you cut away, you're beginning to manifest that for yourself, and you will have it. You have contentment, you have prosperity, look, all the green as well, and it's leading you to this. Remember, it says um, contentment, peace, and abundance. Well, good news about financial matters. So your financial matters are well. So let's take a look at that. So divine angels, tell us some more about the immediate past for the collective and how they are now having all this abundance. They have begun manifesting from the distant past. They manifested their family, and that new area of study could very well be, because like the pages are at the beginning, the first stage. So it'll go like page, knight, king, will be a prince, and then a king, and then an emperor. But there are no princes in this deck. So in tarot. So with that, you're at the beginning stage. So you've manifested this family. So it's at the very beginning of it. So there's a new area of study for you. It's something you didn't have before. And you're learning. You're learning what it is like to have and be with a family. But remember, it says you're ready. You have the resources. So let's see. Tell us some more. And speaking of knights, knight of water, emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative. So that's who's coming into your life. It's this type of a person. He's your knight in shining armor, and he's riding above the water, this merman rather, on top of a dolphin. He has it by the reins in one hand, his brilliant lit up wand in the other. So you see the water is turbulent, but he's riding above it, unaffected. Okay. And he's romantic. So I write spicy romance novels. So I love whenever romance can come into this. So look at what it says: falling in love or wedding proposals. What did you do? You manifested it, honey. You manifested your lover. And it says the need to balance emotions. Remember, I said he's floating above. He's not worried by the waters being, they're not turbulent, but they are wavy. So someone that's a surfer would enjoy these types of waves. So an invitation to a social event. So your knight of water, your emotion, remember emotions, water or cup. So that's your emotions. And you were thinking so much about generating someone, manifesting someone. So he's right out of what you need. He understands emotions. You're falling in love with him. He's romantic. That's a beautiful thing. So tell us some more. So this is the knight in shining water. And it is shiny a little reflection there. So let's see. Page of water. So intuitive. So you went from page of earth and now you're the page of water. So you're intuitive, sensitive, artistic, friendly. You see that she's riding above just like he is on a dolphin. Well, she's floating above the water, surrounded by the support of some of the most powerful animals in the water, the orca. So these killer whales are there for you. So they're there. Also the dolphins that are very smart, they're underneath the surface as well. So it's where you are risen above as well. You're learning to, Page is one that's learning. You're learning to control your emotions. And you've got it. You've got the support that you need. And they're there with you with your knight. So now let's go to the present. Angels, tell us about now the collective. They're the magician. One, new beginning. So they've gotten this lover who's this knight that came riding in on a dolphin. Tell us some more about the present for the divine. So it has 3 of air, great sadness, time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. Well, 3, we had 3 of fire, now it's 3 of air. So it could very well be that things happen maybe a bit quickly, and maybe you were a bit, you need to forgive yourself or forgive, maybe he did something to you that was upsetting. So something, let's see, let me get another card with that. So angels, what is this great sadness? Why does the collective go from being on this up, found this romance, this lover is great, to having the magician qualities? What now causes this sadness? What can you tell us? 5 of air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. Well, 5 is change. So if it's an unwise choice, so this guy turns out he is not the one. I mean, he duped me too. Well, look at that. So this is great sadness. So that's explaining it. So this person that we were so excited about you getting, this Knight of Water, is not the right one for you. That's not the one, because it's going to cause you some sadness. You'll need to heal. You'll and of course forgive, because you want to forgive him for what, or hurt him, this knight that came charging in for you. You want to forgive them for what they've done, because you don't want to hold that energy. You want to keep space, within you, so that you can allow for the right person to come in. Because look, abundance, things look very good. So it's going to change. So something is going to happen. And 5 is change. So I'm going to ask another card on this here too. So present angels, tell us some more. What more can you tell us about this guy, that a person, this knight that came in? What more can you tell us that was not so trustworthy? 3 of earth, the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, be a team player. So 3 of earth, fire, air. Now we have all 3 of them. We just missed water. So with that, it's the power of creativity, which is also what fire and wands is all about, creativity. So with this, you just have to step away from it. Know that this is not the person for you, but you still have a solid grounding. You're learning. Remember, said learn from what this happened. Learn what you can from the situation. So you now learned what you don't want. You don't want someone that's slick, that came in acting one way, and the mask dropped and then he upset you and messed everything up. So you want to really pay attention to what's going on. Open 3 is expansion. Open your eyes to the rest of the abundance around you. Remember, that's why I said to forgive them. Forgive them so that you can move on and see what else is out there for you. Because now let's move to this. Now I feel more comfortable in understanding what the divine was saying. So now let's move over to the immediate future. So you've cleared up your mind and realize that your foundation is still strong. So the angels, tell us some more about this, because we have this abundance, things looking good, and having patience, but making long-term plans. So something's happening. Tell us what that is. The dreamer, 0, you got a clean slate. Came out of that, finished with the night that we thought was going to, oops, excuse me, a little bug, that we thought was going to be good for you. Well, now you're taking a whole clean slate. You wiped the board, erased it all. So the dreamer, Archangel Metatron, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. And that's what you have. He's like stepping through the portal with his little dog. They're excited. They're going to move forward, leaving the past behind, not worrying about it, and taking that leap, because you trust the divine. And that's what it means. Taking the leap, you have to trust that when you take that leap, you'll land solidly. And you will, because remember, there's that abundance. So just like the dreamer, collective, don't let this hold you back. You wiped it clean, you're moving forward, and you have that new person ability to come around. So let's see. Tell us some more, angels, about this immediate future, where now there's a clean slate. The collective is ready to move forward. What can you tell us about that? 5 of fire, and it says competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. So it's a bit of I guess, you're putting yourself back out there into the dating pool, and there's others out there that are looking for the same type of guy. So just, you know, don't 5 again is changed. So we have 5 of fire, we just had 5 of air, 5 of fire. So with that, again, you want to know that there's other competition there, but it's not really competition. That's why it's not like they're all out and at war, they're fighting. It's really just that there are other people out there in the places that you're going. So be creative, the power of creativity. Think of other places to go to meet somebody. Maybe try a dating app, or as long as everything's consensual, ask friends, expand that pool and change the way that 5 is about change the way that you're looking at that. So let me get another one on that, angels. Tell me some more about this competing goals. And I know that there's other people out there, but just what does the collective need to know about what they need to do in this immediate future? The Emperor. 4, Archangel Michael, organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. So he's coming back into a relationship with you. Someone else is now coming for you. 4, again, is your foundation. So this is going to be the one that is right for you because it's leading into this Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity. So he's sitting there, Archangel Michael, on his throne. His arms are folded. So it's really someone that is going to be strong, that's supportive. 4 is about support. Someone that's strong, that can support you, who understands you, who is also a leader. And that sometimes, a lot of times, not necessarily that he has to be a dominant and you're a submissive, but you have that comfort in knowing that you're with someone that you can depend on. You can depend on him. So that's the person that's going to be coming into your life in the immediate future. So now let's jump to the distant future, where now this Ace of Fire, we have the 1 of new beginnings, new passion with this new lover that's coming to you in the immediate future. Let's see, angels, what more can you tell us about the distant future? Ooh, King of Earth. Now we got the King of Earth. And there we go. So that's even further letting you know the person that is like for you. He's generous, professional, responsible. Remember I said you could depend on them? Practical. So he's sitting on his throne, head, he's leaned back, like leaned in the cut. He's comfortable, he's smiling, and he's full of all, surrounded by all this abundance in the forest, the little butterflies showing about transformation. So a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you're offered. The Midas touch. That's them for you. Look at the rainbow. So new beginnings, abundance. So that's the person that you have. So you have all of this new beginnings with them, this fire, this passion. It's someone that you can definitely depend on. So give us one more card, Divine Angels, about the collective's distant future. What more can you recommend to us about that? And look, boop, 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 boop. 10 of air. 10, 1, new beginnings. And look at the unicorns. They are very happy inside of this abundant forest. So even with the air, it's still with the forest. So you have the end of a difficult situation. You have now with your king, your emperor, and it says, embrace the change and expect things to get better now. And that's what it's doing. You are now getting better. And again, airs are mental. So you're now complete. You're happy. You're excited about life, what things are going on. And look at the bottom, 9 of earth. Look, she's a little fairy and she's standing there and it's like, yes. And it says, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. But in this case, it's just enjoying life's little luxuries because your emperor is going to lavish you, honey. So you are at the end of a difficult situation. You have this emperor, this king, the happy new start. So what started out with you wanting to manifest the love of your life, you thought you had them with that little Knight of Water, which is temporary, because who popped out? The emperor. You cut away what no longer serves you so that you can make room for the one that's right for you. So this is letting you know you don't have to just stay and fall for the first one. If it doesn't look like it's right, move on. Move on. Get away from that and get something else, because something else and the right one is always out there for you. So now let's take a look at the crystal, Divine. What crystal will enhance the collective with this new love? And we have sunstone, the pleasure in the things, take pleasure in the things you do. And sunstone, I love the sunstone, and it's all about passion. Look at the red. So it's taking pleasure. You have this whole new relationship in the things you do. So what that means is for you, like the sunstone, because sun is also your energy source, is not only but for the entire universe. The universe revolves around the sun. So sunstone is that fire of the sun, that passion, it burns brightly. So you're taking pleasure. So take pleasure in this love affair that you have with this person, this emperor, this king of yours. They are for you. They are the one. So after you manifesting the lover that you thought was right, well, that was the one. Boop, move on, and you now have the one that's right for you, the one that you and also look at it this way. Look at what Divine was like. Boop, let me tell you this. You are also the center of their universe. Okay, sunstone, you hold the sunstone. You are the sun. You are what their lives revolve around. Beautiful. And he will lavish you. That's what we all want, don't we? Ha ha. I know I do. I'm not joking. So that is the message for you today. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, drop comments below so I'll respond and get back to you and tell you, let me know where you are in this. If you have any questions, if it doesn't resonate with you, I'd be thankful if you would just still share it with your friends and still like it. Everyone just like it, click the like button for the video, subscribe to PYJynJoy, click the notification bell so you know when I am posting something new. And that helps me to spread my message out and to grow my channel so I can get the word out to more people who need to hear it. So until we see each other again, love, light, and joy.